This is Kendra. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Bleach Immortal Soul up today, and we have our crossover event that everybody has been waiting for. I know I have. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Burn the Witch is the crossover event. Now, the Burn the Witch anime, it's a pretty interesting anime, actually. I'm not sure if they were trying to cash in on the Harry Potter fad, but it's basically Girls on Brooms is the anime. It's actually quite interesting. It's actually quite more action-packed than I expected it to be. So you might want to check it out if you do to get familiar with the characters. So we basically got Nini and No, Nini Spanko and No Nahashi. So let's go ahead and take a look. We got a login reward as always. Got a couple of the actual coins here that are used for summons, of course, which is generous. They've also got a couple of the dice in here. So these are actually pretty fairly generous rewards, much more generous than in standard events. They usually do not obtain both of the actual items that you need to actually go through the event inside of the actual just login rewards. Usually you get, in this case, you would usually get the dice, but they do have two setups here, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. The first one is the merit quest. Now this involves getting these merit points here. Okay, they've got resident quests, they've got daily objectives. The daily objectives, pretty easy. Basically, you can complete this in one day without much of a problem. Resident quests, a little bit more involved. It's obviously going to take 5 days to complete this one because you need to do squad donation 25 times. You can only do squad donation a day 5 times, so it's going to take you 5 days to complete this. Soul Jade summons, you could knock some of these out in one day. 50 challenges in Battle Arena, that of course is going to take a little while. I mean, you're just going to have to purchase the actual things, but you want to make sure that you complete it in 5 days. I'd say 500 chapters in story mode. Again, something probably take a day or two. 15 or blue better treasures in Sincerity Challenge. Maybe a couple of times for that as well. And you get the merit points right here. These merit points are used inside the Magic Labyrinth. Now, interestingly enough, there are 11 chain reaction vouchers in here. Chain reaction vouchers are the vouchers that are used to purchase the stuff inside the shop, which is called the WB Supply Depot in this event. Now, there's 11 of those, as I said. You only the shop is standard shop. Okay, there's nothing different about this shop. Okay. You've got the kits here. This is the awakening weapon, awakening item for Nini and No. Okay, and then they've got Baki and Rukia for previous events in here, so you can actually get them as well as their awakening weapons. Okay, but they've got the same. They've got the time tokens down here. Okay, the time tokens only cost 10 of the W supply vouchers. Okay, now the chain reaction vouchers, you can get 11 of them automatically inside of that labyrinth, so you should be able to get the time tokens. They're pretty much making them obtainable. Okay, so now you can also, of course, get them inside of the magical secret area, which is the draw area, the summon area right here. Standard summon area phase 50 would be your goal, of course, to get the actual Omni shards. But you can go to the board, get some more of the vouchers. The rate drops are pretty much the same. A 5-pack of the chain reaction vouchers is at 2%. Okay. One of them is at 10%. So you're probably going to see similar drops inside of here. 1% drop on the chest, 1 and 10 and 5, of course. So basically, 1% chance of getting this. Okay. 5% chance, 10% chance. Okay. Now this is the only way you're going to be able to get No's not anywhere except in this particular part of the draw. Nini is the free character, and Nini is the free character due to the fact that you can obtain Nini inside of the Tour of Reverse London. 3 completions of this will net you 30 shards for Nini, which will allow you to create her at 2 stars, of course. And then, of course, if you get the Yarsha, you can do more. We'll take a look at the characters a little bit later. I just right now wanted to focus on the standard roadmap on this event. First of all, you do not want to start running on the Magic Labyrinth. We're going to have to figure out a way to go through this with the least amount of steps. Okay, the merits if you complete the quests and get the merits, you should not have much of a problem. But we want to make sure that we can hit through this thing, getting all of the vouchers without crossing over anything. And it's going to be a little bit difficult, but we'll figure it out anyway. They've sort of put the vouchers at the very ends of the actual labyrinth. So, going straight through, of course, you could just hit the dice and get most of it. But if you want to get you want to get as many of these as you can. You want to get all 11. You also want to get the dice, of course, and at the end is of course the actual portrait frame. So we're going to have to work out a path through this, which is good. Now, they'll give you a look at here. You spend 1 merit point each time you go through. Okay, moving to a location with the yellow circle will reward a random process. It's going to be something simple. Okay, move to locations with chain reaction coins, chain reaction dice, or will reward players with the corresponding item. Okay. Okay, the problem is moving to a space that has already been visited still requires using a merit point and will not reward the corresponding prize. So you can cross over a spot that you've already hit, but you still have to use a merit point. Okay, so unfortunately, we're going to get everything in there. We're probably going to have to cross over, but we want to do that as least amount of points as possible. To get everything, but it's doable. It's just going to need to think a little bit before you do it. Okay, so that's just the way it goes. But yeah, that's very generous. This event seems to be a little bit more generous than the previous events, and I do like that. And then, of course, if you do want to spend a little bit to get some of the summons, as always, we do have that inside the collaboration discount. So different names, but they've added another little set here. The merit quests usually are just daily objectives. They've thrown in the resident quest to give you more of the merit points. I mean, 10, 20, 30, this is 50 merit points right here. So completing these is going to give you a pretty good shot at pretty much getting just about everything inside of the actual labyrinth. Okay? And then you can supplement that with the daily objectives to get 5, 10, 15. These should reset, so you should have quite a few of them, as well as in the login rewards, as I've shown. There are some coins in here for the summit, so they're being a little bit generous. We'll have to see, but it looks like we're going to be able to have fun. So this is good. I would advise everyone to check out the anime. It might not be for you, okay, but I will just say that it does have a little bit more action than originally thought. It's a different world. It's called Reverse London. The magic is a theme, so it's a little bit different. I mean, what is Bleach? Different world, Soul Society. So this is the same thing, okay? It's not quite taken off as much as Bleach has, but it's still quite an interesting and cute anime if you want to take a look at it. And I have watched it, okay? I am not a regular watcher. I don't consistently watch it, but I do try to catch up every now and then. So it's pretty good. I actually do. I think it's an enjoyable anime. It's a nice change of pace, but and it's got a lot of action in it. Okay, so it's not just it's not a what I like to call what they call the slice of life anime. It's an actual action-packed anime, so that should appeal to you in that regards. Okay, so Broken Borders Up is what it's called. 2 weeks. All right, so get in there and knock that out. Have fun. Other than that, we've got Defend the Karakura Town, so you want to pop up on eyes it a little bit. Just so you can get this inside the limited exchange, which has got everything. We got some SSR shards, not UR shards. Starker Kia. I actually have Zamari. I actually built him up because Zamari has an interesting skill set. And then we've got Yami. So there's some good things, as well as, of course, as always, some War Souls in there if you're looking for them. The War Souls are nice. Okay, but one of the things about the War Souls is the fact that these are singular War Souls. Okay, so they're okay, but in terms of what they are, this is a pretty good War Soul, but it's not something that I would spending your currency on, because you're going to have to pay to get this. Okay, you're not going to get more than getting 20 in this is exceedingly difficult. 18 and 19 and 20 is the norm. Higher players will get the 20. I think 21 is the most I've ever seen. And over the space, you see 140 between 140 and 150 is going to be your standard. So if you want to get the rest of that, you're going to do that. You can also grab Jizo's weapon in here if you failed to get it in the previous event, as always. So nothing changed in that. And they've got the Omni Shards, relics, relic sources, awakening essence, everything standard. Nothing different in terms of that. All right. So, but yeah, we've also got the treasure trial up. Get through it, knock it out. I've already completed it up to the point. This is going to be opening up in another 4 days. I've actually started to focus a little bit on the chests. So I have managed to snatch up some of those. I still have one more pass I want to do on that. So you have to. I've passed through the event 3 times through the treasure trial, focusing on chests each time, but from a different perspective because you have to get the certain requirements to meet it. It's hard to meet them at first on some of them, but you can usually get through the second and third times. You could usually get a chest, at least one of them. The gold chest is, of course, your shot. You want to get that when it has the best rewards. But other than that, there's nothing different. So, yeah, get in there, knock this out. 2 weeks. And make sure that you complete everything. Log on every day. Get to log in rewards. Roll the dice. Get that. Get any. I have another event in a few days. We'll talk about the characters. You can, of course, as always, find them. They are, as always, inside of the actual... If you go into your team and go into your archives, you will see them in the so you can get them for initiative. They're normal characters. There's nothing different, and they're in the special chain reaction 2022. And we've got Nettie and Knowles, so that's nothing different. Okay, yes, they are. These are the first. This is the first crossover event that Bleach has had. Okay, there hasn't been another one. All of the events they've had right until now have contained characters that were associated with Bleach. This is the first one that steps outside of that. They seem to be doing it quite well. I'm actually pleased with what I'm seeing. It looks to be fairly generous, which is nice. Something we don't get from, haven't felt from Bleach in quite some time. Yes, they do give you a free character. I mean, that's nice, but that's just the standard. And the fact that they're continuing that through is nice to see. And the fact that they're continuing it to the point where you can actually get something in the shop almost guaranteed if you play the actual event is encouraging as well. So hopefully we'll see about that. But otherwise, nothing else to go over. Go ahead and get in there, jump out, and have fun on the event. And I suggest you to check out Burn the Witch, the anime, and see if it's right up your alley. Other than that, that's all I got. So get in there and knock it out. All right? Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see a bell. Click on it. You get notified each time I drop a video. So remember to like and share the video. That helps the channel immensely. So this is Kid Rare coming at you from the corner, signing out.